Hey everybody, Tag Life Done Free. Hey, this weekend we had a very special guest over at the farm. We had Silver Lining, which is one of our friends from another state, came in to help do some harvesting. And they harvested corn and elderberry and mullein and plantain and comfrey, and I think they're getting ready to do potatoes. And in fact, as I'm doing this video right now, they're over there messing with the bees. But anyway, so today what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you through a video of them just harvesting corn and the uses for, the silk and the corn and just all of the different pieces. But, like I say quite often in my videos, there's some other magic in there. And I hope that you notice the magic. And, that magic is community. So if you're interested in watching a couple people get together, harvest some corn, laugh together, joke together, this would be the video for you. So come on, let's check it out.
I know Tag and Bee both talk about community so much, but Bee's blessed me with the opportunity to come and help her this week. And I hope she finds that I've been a help. And when you're out harvesting corn, even if you have to harvest it yourself, if you can get a neighbor to feed, this is food. I'm going to generalize here and say you women get together and help each other make this job easier, and you can all reap from the benefits. Split up what you've got and take it. And community is so super important. Use your friends. When I say use, come together and benefit each other with preparing your food. You can do it. Find somebody that in your neighborhood or a friend who wants some corn and says, well, okay, I have all this corn. Come, and if you'll help me, then you can have even half. Whatever it is that helps you to get it done faster, because there's more jobs to be done. Bee has tomatoes and cucumbers and many other things to be done, and we're planning on going and harvesting or foraging for mullein this evening. So, yeah, come together, be a community, work together. Yoke up. That's right.
Yes. Well, I hope that you are having fun, even though I know it is a lot of work.
But I'm having lots of fun.
Well, I am so happy to have you here, and I am learning along the way. I've never done anything with corn silks, and have, lived in the Midwest for a while, so have dealt with corn for a while. Never eaten corn right off the cob out of the field, so that's a first for me, and actually not bad at all. Totally edible. So, what are you doing?
Picking corn.
Are you on vacation?
I am, and I'm so happy about it.
Are you going to eat this corn?
I might eat a bite of it. I'm definitely going to work it.
You sure are making a mess.
I am. You'll never know I was here when I get finished.
I love it. This is a weird kind of corn with this purple flower on it.
Is that what that is? I think that's the glory of the morning.
Oh, and it is a glorious morning.
Yes. Not too hot, sun's not beaming down on us. Getting an early start.
Good job. What a wonderful way to live free.
Absolutely.
Working on them muscles.
I don't have Terminator's muscles, but I got some.
You're getting there.
More bat wings than muscles.
Not for long. Well, we got the corn all harvested. We ended up with 3 crates of what appears to be good eating corn. And then we have 1 crate, or half a crate, of chicken food. This one the dog got a hold of and ate while we were harvesting. And technically Silver Lining is the one that harvested the corn, and I sat and watched. We're trying to keep it in the shade. She's going to come out and start to pull it off the cob. She wants to keep some of these silks for tinctures. These nice, beautiful white silks. And then corn, some of the corn scraps will go to the chickens. So nothing wasted. We'll use what we can. I'll update you on what the corn patch looks like after she ran through it. Be out. All right, Silver Lining, what are you doing now?
All right, well, we've got our corn picked this morning, and now I'm going through, and as the first part of the process, I'm picking corn silk. So I've just pulled my husks away, and the corn silk will sometimes be gathered at the top, and I just pull it away and put it in there. Why am I saving corn silk? Well, corn silk's an antioxidant, an anti-inflammatory. It's high in vitamin C. It can reduce blood sugar, reduces inflammation, so it reduces gout. I'm reading, guys. They say it can reduce bedwetting, which is interesting to me because it also is a diuretic. You can use it for UTIs, any kind of bladder infections. Let's see, it boosts digestion by increasing the secretion of bile, and so it can help with like gallbladder or gallstones, or maybe even jaundice if you have that. So this is a slower part of the process, and the reason I take the time out to do this because I'm in healthcare, and I'm always thinking about what will be the needs of the community in regards to medicines. And I'm not pharma at all, so anti-pharma, I guess you could say. Anyway, I want to show you these. You can pull back the leaves, and this part of the process again is really slow. But after I get this batter bowl full, I will, it'll speed up because I'll shuck these babies off here.
So what do? You eat the silk later or what?
So what you'll do is you dry once you get your silk together, you'll dry it. And dehydrator or air dry.
Can you just lay it on a rack?
You could lay it on an air rack to dry it out. Matter of fact, that may be what we do, if we depend on how much we got. But because I know we're drying some other things today. But after it's dry, and when you have a need, you can cut it up, and like you put. So what they're saying is you put 1 tablespoon of the dry corn silk in with a cup of water and so you have a cup of hot boiling water. Put your tablespoon in the water and then let that steep for 15 to 20 minutes. And then after it cools, then you can drink it, let's see, I guess it's like a cup 3 times a day if you actually have an issue, or you can, just drink it one. After your issue resolves, then you can reduce it to 1 time a day, 1 cup a day. And then it will stay in the refrigerator. It's good for 2 to 3 days in the refrigerator.
After you reconstitute it in the water?
After you've made your tea, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So just getting to the corn silk, the easiest way to do it is just kind of take 1 husk or
Cob?
Sleeve at a time is what I'm going to call it, a sleeve. I'm sure it has a name, but I don't know what it is. And then your corn silk is just going to kind of gather around. And you'll find sometimes that there's some brown at the end.
Yeah, this looks all beautiful and white.
Let's see.
Or creamy
I was
colored.
going to see. So sometimes almost every time it'll have dark brown on it like this.
Yes.
So I just cut that off. I have a pair of scissors here, and I just cut the end of that, whatever's brown, off. Of course, generally when I grab it, I'm grabbing it by the brown. So, and then I'll just drop it into the whatever bowl I have. So.
And then you're taking the husks and putting them over here. And for now, I'm putting the corn cobs over here in the bus pan, and then when we get finished with that, we'll come back through and I'll actually clean it. Like you've got
some, actually this ear here is dry out some, so she may want to use it for some seed. She may not want to use it for seed, and it may be just chicken feed.
So you cannot eat that because it's kind of shriveled.
Well, see how, yeah, it won't be as good for eating, as tasty, I say. You could eat it, but see how it's dried up on the kernels?
Yep.
Yeah, it's not as nice and plump. See how nice and plump that is in comparison? So this will be really good eating. Matter of fact, I could eat it right now. And you can't eat it raw. Yeah, absolutely, you can eat it raw. And we usually do when we're picking. The first pick usually goes to a bite for each person. So get you motivated for your corn because it's super sweet and delicious.
Yeah, growing up, we used to make whole meals out of corn. Like when we go pick, then we'd all have, we'd cook up a dozen cobs, and then that was dinner.
So you cooked
corn.
It? Yeah.
Yes.
Corn, yeah.
Yeah, I've never eaten it raw.
Yeah.
Nobody's ever encouraged me to do so.
Well, we will do that today. We could do that right now. This one's really clean and it looks really tasty, and I've got most of the things on it, so I'll take that from you.
Oh, nice. Straight out of the field, too.
Warm. Sweet.
Tastes like sweet corn.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little,
thick, maybe?
Yeah, thick.
It's the sugars in it.
Oh,
right?
So what happens when you cook it? Why does that go away?
I don't know that it goes away as much as it's concentrated. I don't know the answer to that question. Oh, we're black.
That's okay. You just touch it. Boop. It goes dark.
Okay.
So yeah, wow, that's amazing. All right. From our farm to yours. We are going to continue on with the food freedom security, and from our farm to yours, hold the line.
Don't give an inch.
Don't give an inch.
Look what we found in the garden. Ugh, corn fungus. Now this one is beyond use, I'm sure. It's also known as, and I'll probably tear that name up, Wilut calce. But this is actually probably more of a Mexican delicacy when it's in its prime. I think this is probably spent. I'm sorry, I'm moving on you. But there's some beautiful pictures of it and out on YouTube everywhere. But this is used like, it's a fungus, so they use it like mushrooms, and you can take it off. And we really don't have a good example because these are all spent, so we'll pretend like this is a good example. Take it off, cut them up, throw them in a skillet and saute them. And they use them a lot in Mexican dishes. So like if you were having a quesadilla or even your fajitas for that matter, you could take onions and garlic and saute the mushrooms in it, then add cheese to it, and then that would be your filler for your, like a quesadilla again. So
anyway, you might have eaten it and not known it.
We may have eaten it and not known it at one of our favorite Mexican restaurants. I don't know. But if I knew it was on the menu, I might not eat it. But we did find it, and we thought it was very cool to find. So it is another food
source
opportunity, you know?
Oh yeah, food opportunity. I love that. Yeah, do your own research, folks.
Yes, absolutely. All this stuff, you need to go in and you need to look at, because everybody's individual, right? And people are on different medications, and anytime you're doing any of these kinds of things, even like with your corn silk tea that you make, if you're on medications, there are things, these things can enhance those medications. So you need to be aware of what you're doing, and always do your own research for your particular needs. And so we don't want you to get hurt. Of course, I'm not a physician, and I'm just learning these things as I go along. When I come into contact with something, it's like, what's that for? And be curious. Always be curious, especially when it comes to your food, because you don't want to lose an opportunity for nutrients. When you're not able to go to the grocery store, you're going to wish you had something. So, yeah.
Yep. Do your own research, be responsible, and keep learning.
Yes. Yes.
I think it's absolutely cool to watch the dog come in there and steal the corn husks, and B puts it down in the box, and then the puppy stands up and decides that it's time to take it away. But it was cool watching them put all the corn up, and it was neat for me watching the videos.
Good morning.
Morning.
What are you working on today?
I'm cutting corn off the cob this morning. Getting it ready to be blanched. And put something down so because it's going to splatter everywhere.
These are the corn cobs you're working on?
Yeah, yesterday's corn pick.
Yes.
We shucked them yesterday and got the corn silk yesterday, and so today we're getting them ready to go into the freezer.
You think we'll fill this tub?
Oh yeah.
Beautiful corn. I love it when those big chunks stick together.
I know. I do too.
And
then I come over here and grab another one. Oh, actually, I'll take this, which is wonderful, because your hands are going to get super sticky from all the sugars from the corn, and just dump it in there.
Oh, nice.
Makes it very easy.
You got a system going on.
I do.
Beautiful. Thank you for your help.
Yes.
And I will show you what I am working on. In here, I am cleaning. This is what I have left. Taking the silks off, taking anything that looks not so good. Here are the cobs. I put them under the towel just to try to help them dry before we blanch them, before we wet them again. Day 2 corn underway. This is teamwork at its best.
It's recruiting at its best.
Got anything to say?
Sing your corn song.
We're cutting corn.
We're cutting corn.
Straight and that make that big line here over the other one. And like, see how this knife is flexible? So I can kind of bend it around that.
While Silver Lining was here, we were able to meet up with a few community members, and we were able to harvest some mullein leaves and some mullein leaves and some plantain. Here's more mullein. There's comfrey down here. And then we have some corn silk from the corn cobs that we harvested. These were all from right here on our homestead.
Go get
That's all sitting on your ass sort of stuff.
what?
Ordering concrete.
Do you really want to get into a sitting on your ass kind of stuff conversation with me?